Most people would agree that going through a divorce is one of the most emotionally painful and draining situations that someone could face. And when there are young children in the mix, it makes it even harder. Going through a divorce is really not easy. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 things that helped me to heal in dealing with my situation after a divorce. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Angie Marie and this is my YouTube channel. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I'm so grateful you chose to join me here. And if you are a return subscriber, I really appreciate you. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so. Like this video, watch my other videos, and share your thoughts about the content that I'm sharing here. Please bear with me with my voice. I've been struggling with my voice for several days, and today I'm getting over that voice issue, and I'm praying and hoping that at least I'll be able to complete this video so you could hear me. I'll also have the captions on just in case you need it. Let's talk about what happens during a divorce, why it's so painful, and let's get into the meat of the matter. Let me give you some basic background first. When you're faced with a divorce, what really happens to many of us is that you feel as if you are literally facing a fork in a road, and you're saying to yourself, what do I do next? Where do I go? Where do I turn? And especially when you have young children. I remember some years ago, after a major car accident and being laid up on my back for months, I was lying there thinking to myself, oh my goodness, I'm used to a certain lifestyle. I'm used to moving about quickly and being very active. And now I'm on my back. I can't sleep on the left or on the right. I just have to do what the doctors tell me. And I'm going to share this real quick with you, that it was during that time that I discovered soap operas. Don't judge me. I was just a very busy person in my 20s. Even in my teen years, I was very busy doing all sorts of management jobs and so forth. But the nurses and attendants who came to see me in my private room in the hospital, they're like, why don't you turn on the TV and watch General Hospital or Days of Our Lives or Young and the Restless? They knew I was going to be there for a while, so I might as well be following these soap operas and watching. And then they would come in and be with me and talk about the characters in the shows, and it was kind of fun. And knowing my personality anyway, I love welcoming people, and I've been very friendly. I love people. So my time in the hospital was pretty much like being like a home away from home. I connected with all these ladies and a few guys also. So we made it fun. But lying on my back, I said, oh my goodness, what am I going to do next? What's going to happen to me? When am I going to be walking again? First surgeon said, your situation is serious. I don't know if you're going to walk again. Like that, when we face a divorce, it feels like that, like someone who's laid up on their back, not being sure of how you're going to cope, how you're going to survive, how you're going to take care of the finances now that you pretty much feel like you're on your own. What are you going to do? Can you handle taking care of these kids? It is serious, guys. If you've never experienced it, it is serious. Yes, I remember saying to myself, my goodness, I felt like I was at a fork in the road. What am I going to do now? How am I going to handle everything by myself? These 3 girls and life and so forth. To be honest with you, it was scary. But there's something else that comes to mind when I think about this, and it is the board games that I played a lot. And if you play board games, snakes and ladders, do you know snake and ladder, Ludo, dominoes, Monopoly, all these board games. And what those games did for me is, well, I am the type of person who like to win, right? I like to win at dominoes, and you kind of look at the strategies and what you have in your hand and what to play and what to play next. Likewise with snake and ladders or Ludo, you want to get home, get your 4 men, the 4 pieces to home safely, kill people along the way and make it home. So I pretty much applied some of the principles that I used in these board games to win most of the time. Now, I'm not trying to trivialize a divorce in terms of a board game, but I want to tell you that this really worked for me. And this really works for my mindset when I face major challenges I go to things like this, practical things that I've done, including, if necessary, a game. 3 things that really helped me to overcome and deal with my divorce were these. Number 1, move. People often change their surroundings after loss. It's a way of reclaiming control and starting fresh. Now, I did make several moves because I had to downsize. Now it's not 2 incomes anymore, it's 1 income. And there are 3 children, 3 girls. So I had to move, first of all, from 4 bedrooms and kept adjusting based on my budget and my income to make things work. Things like security was very important for my children, us all being female. So I needed to be somewhere safe and secure. And my children loved swimming pools, so I also had to have somewhere where they could have their swimming pools. But we had to downsize in terms of the number of bedrooms. So moving was one thing. But then, apart from moving within my country and my city, I made a relocation, a big move overseas. Some of you need to just do that when facing a divorce. Start afresh. Be willing to start afresh. Sometimes when life hits us like that, we decide, we're thinking, oh my God, we start feeling ashamed. We start feeling like it's your fault. Where do you go wrong? And we feel stuck. The one thing you don't want to do is allow yourself to feel stuck anywhere. So if you're able and can do it, move. One of the blessings I had though was there were some internal moves that happened because in that divorce, I got a promotion at work. So God was good to me to increase my income and I was able to survive. My income went up more than double what it was. So then I was able to afford to live a particular way, to live a lifestyle that my children and myself were accustomed to because I got promoted to the head of the agency where I was working. So God is good to me and God will be good to you too. Don't let a divorce cause your life to stop. Just move, keep moving and stay positive. Number 2 is gratitude for supportive people. And I say this all the time. I think it came to me after my mom passed. At first, I was really, really hurting and hurt. And for some time, I was, trying to internalize the pain. And one day when I had to tell Layla, at the time she was about 5 or 6 years old, I had to tell her that her great grandma had passed. And I noticed something she said when I told her, even though I was worried about how to break the news to her. When I told her, she said, "Oh my gosh, Nana, are you okay?" She said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "But that's your mommy." "Oh, I'm so sorry." She turned it to me. She said, "I'm so sorry. That must be very painful. I'm sad that great grandma has gone. But then what about you? That's your mommy. You must be feeling very hurt now." Having the gratitude for supportive people, whoever those people are. And you saw one is that little child who was able to encourage me, who could feel my pain, who was able to empathize. I found out that in life, every time people that I'm attached to walk out or leave, it's like immediately other people come in to help to fill that vacuum. Now, how I handle that is up to me. The best thing to do is to appreciate and hold those supportive people with your open arm. Love on them. Be grateful. Appreciate them. I've noticed that in this day and age, so many people are so ungrateful. People come in to support them and help them, and they treat them poorly. When you're going through a divorce, you will, even though there's grief and someone departed from your life, believe me, there are other people who have entered your life, who are supportive, who are willing to love on you. Appreciate those persons. Appreciate those persons and let the others go their way. The ones that have left, but focus on the ones who are now with you. That was how I was able to also deal with my grief from the passing of my mom. I took a decision that there are people who are still alive and I'm not going to lose out on loving and supporting those who are still alive because I'm so broken from the passing of my dear mom. That was my principle. And it's the same thing with losing a relationship, a marriage. Do not allow the passing of that person to cause you not to hold others close and love on them and being grateful. Life has a way of bringing the right people in your life at the right time. You won't be given more than you can bear, but you have to remain positive and be open to moving ahead with your life. The third thing that helped me was forgiving myself and my partner. Forgive yourself. Understand this, that healing is a process. Sometimes we want to speed up the process, but in the same way, for instance, with broken bones, there's nothing you can do. It takes time. Well, there's something you can do. You can eat right, you can exercise, you can do your therapy and so forth. I did my physical therapy, went through rehabilitation, took whatever the doctor said I needed to do, rest and so forth, and eventually the bones healed. Likewise, when you have a broken relationship that went on for a while, two people got into it not expecting that it's going to end, all right, but it did end. So you take your time to heal and not rush the process. Acknowledge the pain, but don't let it define you. Move forward with the lessons learned, the strength gained, and the resilience that comes from facing life's unexpected challenges. Release the pain. It's okay to cry, but don't let crying consume you. Regardless of the issues with your ex, leave the children out of it. Teach them respect. They didn't ask for the journey, but you can guide them with love and resilience. My focus was more on my children more than myself. And one of the principles I taught them too, well, not many people see things the way I do in this regard. I taught them that they need to respect their father, because I know it's a spiritual principle, okay? Regardless of what happens, your father has been a good dad, a good father. He loves you as his children. We deal with our personal differences and conflicts alone, leaving the children out of it. But you support your children and help them emotionally so they can heal properly. It is not easy for children as well. Keep them happy and strong and healthy. I believe that's also important. There's life ahead. There's life after a divorce. So here's to rising from the ashes of heartbreak, embracing the journey and rediscovering the strength that lies within you. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I pray that life works out well for you. I don't know your particular circumstances at this time and where you're at along the journey, but I do hope that what I shared will help you in some way. If you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so. I wish you all the best with everything, with life and everything. Let me hear your comments and all the best for the future. This is Angie Marie, and I'll see you soon in the next video.